These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do for you.
The title of the new album is called These Days, and that just happened. I believe that when I started working on this record, I had different ideas, but I believe that after working on 12 albums or 11 albums, you kind of know that things will evolve and you have to be open to it instead of trying to structure your art. And I know that sounds cliche, but truly, you got to keep the reins kind of loose. And I'm really excited about it. I think for me, I've gone through a lot this year in my life, and I think the way the world is right now, too, at least the way I'm perceiving it, I think it's the perfect title.
To live the life that I have made in song.
Really, I was just going in to record one song, and that song didn't make it on the album. And then I realized that I had a really great group of guys this time. My art comes out best when I feel safe in my surroundings. It's a vulnerable place to be to write, and there's something about the group of guys that work with me on this album. A lot of them have been in my life for a really long time, and I really wanted to get them more involved. And as I realized when we were getting into the studio, it felt like they were ready to get involved as well. So we did a lot of co-writing together, which for me is highly unusual and usually very uncomfortable. But it worked. It just worked. And when something like that happens, you better, grab that opportunity because it might not come again.
You and me for better, you and me for worse, you and me in love, you and me the curse. Oh, you and me against the world.
I'm okay if we don't stop. I think it's better to play through.
I'm John Barron, and I play bass.
My name's Bernie Pallo. I play keyboards.
I'm Ron Pangborn, and I play drums. I've been with Jill a long time.
Brian Chester White, and I play guitar.
My name is Mark Iannace, and I play the accordion and do background vocals.
This was my first experience recording an album with the Jill Jack Band. I recorded a few songs for the Jill Jack American Songbook recording. This was a completely different experience. What I really enjoyed about the recording process here was performing the songs as if we'd perform them on a gig. We played them live, and after one or two takes, that's pretty much what you hear on the record. So it was a very kind of a communal thing, not individual tracking, but a whole band effort. And I enjoyed that experience.
Doing this record felt very similar to some of the past records, like Sunflower Girl, in that Jill does the roughs, which are pretty concise. She has a lot of things in her head as far as how they're going to go. And I think the same holds true with this CD as well. The roughs were very concise, and the final product is very similar to the roughs.
This record's really interesting in that I think we really did it as a band record. In the years past, there's been more layering, more building the song as it goes along, which is also really cool because it kind of adds to the adventure of the whole thing, But this was really kind of a band record, and I enjoyed that, and it was interesting watching how people work together. I like that.
I'd say there was a little bit more collaboration, I think, maybe on this one. Just because some of the stuff was written by other people, we were working on things more in the studio as opposed to having played a lot of the stuff live previously. We didn't come in with a preset notion on how some of these new songs were going to be done. I thought it was cool because, I, in general, don't really know before I play it what I'm going to play. So it was kind of just like discovering the song as we were playing.
For the first time I'm in a band where I feel like I can be myself I don't feel like I'm restricted to what I have to do, and I get to be an artist, you know, not just a player. I love playing with Jill Jack.
I hate saying that, like, tell them to say that. Say it!
Amelia, where you going? Amelia, I'm calling your name. Amelia, no need for hiding. Ain't no shame, no shame.
I believe if there is a sad overtone to this record, the message is you can survive. And it's okay to feel pain. Don't run away from it. Sit in it for a little while. You learn a lot about yourself as a human being, being vulnerable, asking for help, curling up in a ball and crying for a couple days. You know, everyone's always like, you're so strong. And I'm like, I don't always want to be strong anymore, you know? And I think in this album, there's a lot to that. And one of the vulnerable things I did this year, which was a big step for me, was to join and sign a contract with Smokin Sled Dog Records. And now we're going to have this beautiful show at the Brighton Performing Arts Center. And it just seems like everything aligned the right way. I unfortunately had to cancel a show there because it was 2 days after my dad died, and I felt terrible about that. But the fact that now we bring this joy and this opportunity for people to gather for this music after what I've been through, it all aligned, the stars just aligned.